Coming on that Bonnie.
Is CEO.
425 win. Shout to Social. Giddy giddy beast.
All right, GreenMiner, what's up? It's your boy Sizz. You know what it is. So, heating the dwelling with your Bitcoin miner. Okay, that's where we are right now. We're heading down into the dwelling. Let's see, wait, I need to grab a knife. Wait, I got the knife? No, I don't have a knife. All right, okay, we got what we needed. I got the duct tape, I got the knife, I got some string, I got a stapler, so I can keep the ductwork up off the ground. Okay, now we're going into the hole. Let's go. All right, so we're down in the mine, right? GreenMiner, baby, that's what we do, down in the mine. Here we go, we got the 87T rolling right now. We got the 81T next to it. You can see you got the heat disbursement system all hooked up. Like you've seen in the previous videos, the heat disbursement DIY videos there. Running out of the house, you know, for the summertime, you don't want any of that heat in the house going anywhere, so I had it pumped out. You can see it running all the way to that end of the dwelling and out, pumping that warm air outside the house. Look for that video if you want to see what I purchased, what I used, how I did it. You can probably figure it out for yourself just by looking at it right there. But today is heat the house with Bitcoin. That's what we're doing right now. So I am looking at my heat disbursement system. There's my main vac line there that comes from the heat pump. I've turned the heat pump off right now. I did notice this line here, this is coming from the office. It connects to that main line. That main line spiders out to all the various vents within the dwelling. So that's going to be my entry point. It's going to be my main test. This is my idea. It's closest to the unit right here where the unit is going to be. Inlet right into there, hits the main line, disperses to all the other areas of the house. We're going to see if it can do it. Heat pumps around 3,500 watts, around the same amount as the Pro miner. We're using the Avalon 87 terahash a second, and we're going to see if it in fact can heat the house and do a good job. Of course, you look at my previous videos, we're using the Dimwin Wells automatic timer setup. I've got 2 of them, so I can turn them on from anywhere in the world using the data signal and control the miners versus the solar amount that comes in on the home, because of course we're GreenMiner about renewable energy. But right now solar is dying down for the dark part of the season. So well, it's running right now because we're in fact getting enough solar that I can run it right now today, but it is dwindling, right? So with that being said, that's why we're going to heating the home with Bitcoin. I'm going to be connecting that up and going that route, renewable. I will not be using the heat pump. I will be using the miner to heat the house. Another renewable concept there. So it's the same amount of watts that's used in that process. The cool thing about the timer is I'll be able to set it up in the same way. I've been watching the Sense app in relation to when the heat pump comes on and the time that it comes on. So I have an idea for right now how much the temperature in the house is versus when the heat pump comes on from what I see in the energy uses on the Sense app. I'll be able to program the miner to run at those various times. Of course, I don't want a lot of turning off and on, so I'm going to go with an overall spectrum of that time frame and have it on for that time and then pause for time and then on for time accordingly to heat the house and mine Bitcoin. So let's get into it. All right, so I'm gonna need to scavenge some of my pre-existing line for my heat disbursement system for my summertime setup. And I'm gonna pull back my line here for the 81. That's what we're gonna use to heat the house with, is the 81. I'm gonna pull that line back, take it to the house dwelling from the 81, leave it set up so I don't need to disconnect it from over here. I'll just run the line, string it up, hook it in, plug it in, do that, and then troubleshoot how I wanted to design the setup for the KS1 if I'm going that route. I keep thinking about it, so it looks like it's probably going to happen. More will be revealed in that process, but let's go.
So in his honor.
So what I'm going to do is I'll be able to scavenge this line, use what I need to use for the 81T that's going to be heating the dwelling with Bitcoin, and then any leftover that I use or that I have, what I'm going to do. I didn't want to say I was going to do it because I still was kind of making up my mind, but here we go. I'm saying I'm going to do it. The other leftovers I'm going to use to tee in for the heat disbursement system so that I can have the KS1 when it is running, pumping the heat out. I don't want to overheat the house because it feels warm. You can stick your hand out here to the 87T running right now, and it's pumping out good 80 plus degree heat. So you know what I'm saying, I don't need the KS1 pumping, overheating the house. Okay, I don't need to sweat when I sleep. Ain't gonna work for me. Okay, so let's get it. Okay, we got it pretty much where I want to get it as far as coming back. Now all I need to do is take it over, get my length, cut it, hook it up, string it up. You'll see in a sec. All right, I'm gonna get this thing hung before I go ahead and hook it up. All right, I did not know that I was gonna be doing any sheet metal work today. All right, I'm really happy that I was able to get at least 2 fasteners, 1 on each side, considering that it's usually a tack welded type situation coming from the manufacturer, you know, and they don't design it to withhold or withstand any kind of pressure like that at all. It's just tacked up. They just ship it out, whatever, it's cheaply done. And so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna wrap some duct tape around that just to keep the heat in, to keep the forced air induction through the pipe and through the system. So, and then we're gonna go ahead and get the HVAC hooked up and taped up, hung up, 100%. Burn that gem, baby, burn that gem. I encourage all the rest of y'all to do the same thing too. Don't let Sizz take all the glory and pump your bag. Pump your own bag, hook up your CPU, hook up your GPU to Unmineable, to the gem, burn, contract, baby, and get that burn going on. It's gonna get burned down, it's gonna get burned down. It's all getting burned down. Yo, you gotta see what the owner's cooking too, you know? But you know me, I believe it when I see it. You see me, I'm here, you see me, I'm doing this, you see me, I'm doing this. That's what I wanna see you all do it too. Okay, so here we go. I'm running up, I went ahead, we got it piped over. It's going to the main line. It's gonna start pushing heat into the house. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna collect data tonight. We're gonna see whether I'm a hero or I'm a zero, and if the wife drops the hammer on me. It's cold. Hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully we see that heat get pumped in, dispersed through the house, through all the system, and everything can move forward through the dark time. Renewable energy, no heat pump, all Bitcoin mining, heating the house. Let's get it.
Stunning on that Bonnie.
Is CEO.
425 win. Shout to Sizz. Bitty bitty beast.